Do you know who I've never seen brush their teeth?
Oh my God, who? I don't want to know.
Sam Porter Bridges. We're talking about video games. Let's go.
Wow. And actually, that is surprising because that is a level of detail you'd expect from a Kojima game.
I know. But maybe people are freaks and they didn't want to like scan people's teeth.
Can make him use the loo, can make him eat an apple, can make him do so many things. Look in the mirror, wash his face, can't brush his teeth. Kojima, what are you doing? Do they not have toothbrushes in Death Stranding 2?
Does he always just miss the fucking dustbin when eating an apple?
Yo,
like, I swear that's like a running joke.
Angry every time.
It's so annoying.
You know, it's so funny. Okay, we're going to talk about Death Stranding, but just imagine you're Norman Reedus and you are filming that scene. You have all that body capture shit on you, and you have to walk around looking like a smug arsehole eating your apple. And then Kojima's like, yes, now throw it at the bin, but miss intentionally.
Now throw it like you're playing basketball, but also miss.
Also miss. Like, you got it in. You got it.
Fuck.
Roll it back. We're going to do it again.
Can actually picture Kojima in the booth there with his translator just doing that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
constantly.
he's rattling off in Japanese, and then his translator's like, Mr. Kojima would like you to miss the bin.
So I heard, I don't know how true this is, but I heard on another podcast that the only reason Norman Reedus is in these games is because of Guillermo del Toro. Apparently, del Toro is a good friend of Kojima's, but he's also a good friend of Norman Reedus. And according to del Toro in an interview somewhere, he phoned Norman Reedus and said, a guy named Hideo Kojima is going to phone you. He's going to ask you some things. Just say yes. And lo and behold, we have Death Stranding 2. And 1.
It wouldn't skip one. Norman Reedus
just got a really good look-alike for one.
Yeah, they just had a really good look-alike, and then like finally signed on for a sequel. Unreal. Okay, but for actual context, guys, so Death Stranding 2 came out a couple months ago. I played it. I loved it.
June. Crazy.
You have treated it as a much slower burn, playing it when you've had a chance, and now you've just rolled credits this weekend. And you have
I feel like I fell off of it for a while. I just like got sidetracked on other things, and then you know when you leave a game for quite some time, you're like, oh, it's like actually a slog to get back into it. But then, funnily enough, I'd been listening a lot to podcast called Nextlander. They are former Giant Bomb guys, Alex Navarro, Brad Shoemaker, and Vinny Caravella. And Vinny and Brad Shoemaker have been playing it since launch, but they like in a similar way took it slowly. Like every episode or every 2 episodes, they would have like a 10-15 minute check-in on where they were in Death Stranding. But they played it like sickos. Like they were doing like the one dude, Brad, wanted to repair all of the highways before he finished the game and did this and that, like crazy shit.
Yeah.
But they got to the end about a month ago, and I listened a bit to like their last impressions, and just the way they were speaking about the game, I was like, I need to get back to this. Like there's something here that I haven't seen, and I kind of want to see it. And then I got stuck into it like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't stop. That game, it's so good. Like it's so okay. So we're gonna talk spoilers here because we both now like properly played it, and it's been out for like 5-6 months. So this is spoiler stuff now, but that game gets so fucking crazy in the best ways possible. But like Kojima stuff is crazy. Like that's his thing. Like the stuff is wild. He throws a lot of ideas at the board. Some of them stick, some don't. But they're very him, you know? Yeah. These things could only, in my opinion, work in a video game. Like I'm very curious to see how this bullshit translates to a film. But I feel like in Death Stranding 2, it's so earnest. It's like there's bullshit happening, but it's actually kind of emotional and real, and you can kind of tell where a lot of it is coming from, and it is completely self-aware of what it is doing, but it doesn't do that just at the expense of like humor or satire or whatever. It is just its own thing, and it knows what it's trying to say, but it chooses to say it in only a way Kojima and Death Stranding can say that, if that at all makes sense. It's so
No,
unique in that.
That makes complete sense. I think earnest is the right word. If I were to describe it like in a similar way, it almost feels like, not in a derogatory or negative way, but like childlike and innocent. Like just the way it's presented is like very straightforward. It comes across as, like I say, childlike inverted commas, just in terms of it's so like, I don't know, it's not like what's the right term? It's not like tainted or anything. It's just presented like as this clean cut. This is the story I'm telling. I don't know how else to put it other than that. And it's just, some of it's just weird. You're like, man, it's like Kojima's this adult dude with just like this wild imagination, just bringing his thoughts into this game. And you watch it play. A lot of the time, I just, some of the, we'll get to some stuff, but I'd like burst out laughing, like, I can't believe I'm watching this happen. Like somebody actually put this in the game and it's happening, and I love it. It's just the most absurd, genuine thing, but in the best way possible.
There's so much of it in here that I think, when I got to the end of it, I was like, I'm so happy this exists, because you know, there's nothing like this in video games, period.
No.
But there's also, I feel like, nothing like this in any media I've consumed. Like, there is weird shit in all media. There are weird films, there are weird books. They're all weird in their own ways. And I think a lot of those, again, you can look at some of the most like out there, strange films and be like, yeah, this only works as a film. Like this, you could never turn this into a video game, put it that way.
Yeah.
And I feel the same for Death Stranding in terms of it being a video game. This doesn't get away with anything else but being a video game. But at the same time, the industry doesn't go in this direction anymore. Like, you look at anything else some of the big studios are putting out, and it doesn't even come close to this, I think, daring and strange and just unique. Like, everything else is good. There are good games everywhere. Like, we are in a really good time for good video games. And you look at some of the big blockbuster, like, video games. You look at anything Sony puts out, from a Naughty Dog or a Sucker Punch or Insomniac. They make good shit that is fun to play, but it is very crowd-pleasing and palatable. And Death Stranding, I'm not going to say is, like, completely opposite and artsy and very abrasive, but it is not what anyone else in this sort of sphere is doing. At least not with the amount of money and risk involved in making something as ridiculous as this. And I respect Kojima and his team like deeply for that, because it is taking a risk to be what they want it to be. And that's, I think, it should be shouted out, put it that way.
Yeah. I also think there's a conversation to be had about, because it's a sequel, you and I and other players went in knowing what to expect. Because remember, we played the first game, and while we love the first game, it's this weird thing where it's like the only way I could describe the first game. It's a game I recommend everyone plays. Like, everyone should play this first game, but I can't recommend they play it because I just know how much of a slow burn it is, and like it's quite a thing to get into. Like, there's a lot of friction points, and like, it's worth it in the long run, but I can't tell a random friend like, hey man, do you have 50 hours to give up to go play this walking sim? Like, trust me, it's worth it. Just give up 50 hours of your time. It's like a huge ask. Whereas we've played it, we loved it. Death Stranding 2, I feel like it's more palatable, and that you now went in knowing like, okay, it's going to be a lot of package deliveries and it's a lot of Kojima bullshit, but it almost feels more palatable even for newcomers. Like, I think it gets the players into the game like much sooner. Things have been streamlined. There's a lot of bullshit, like ultimately still delivering packages, and that's not going to appeal to everyone. But this game, it really feels like it's cut away this bad stuff from the first game. Like, just a lot of the more, I don't know, the parts of the first game where it felt like it dragged, and like unlocking stuff took a while. Whereas this game, it feels like you're always getting, I mean, we spoke about it months ago, where it's like, man, you get vehicles super early in this game, and that actually just made me realize you were quite hard on the game. You like, man, it feels weird, like it's too easy, which I think you still stand by. Like, the game's easy, but it is interesting how you can still play the game how you want to. Where I say to you, there's vehicles, I've chosen to not use them, apart from some odd occasions, whatever. But then now that you've done the snowy parts of the game, climbing the mountains, like, well, you can't drive a car up the mountain. Like, there are difficulties that I don't know. It's just the way they've designed it. It's just interesting.
I still stand by it being too easy, but I've come around on the idea of that being completely negative. I think initially because it was so familiar and it like onboarded you so quickly, I took my experience of the first game and was like, well, this just feels very sanded down and like almost like plain by comparison. But the more the more I played, obviously there are a lot of facets that are significantly better than the first one. Like combat, for example, way better. Stealthing, way better. You're also put into a lot more scenarios where that sort of stuff is like actually required. Whereas the first game, I felt like combat, I kind of steered away from a lot of it just because it felt janky and bad, and you had so few options to play around with there. So from that perspective, I think already then you're getting a lot more people in just because there's more stuff aside from just the delivering of packages, or there's more to do than just walking between points.
For sure.
But I think like it is easier, but I didn't find that so bad in the second half that I was playing because there was enough challenge with the environments and enough friction there. And like you said, I was able to tackle them in the way I wanted. Whereas in the first game, I distinctly remember, especially the snowy parts of the mountains were a fucking drag. Like they felt good when you like overcame them, but building a zipline network or getting a car up some of those hills or even just walking was actually not fun. And I think what the second one does is maybe goes too far in the other direction, but it makes a lot of those slog elements from the first one a lot more fun to play now. And I think I only realized that when I started actually recalling some of the issues I had with the first one. So I think it's balanced nicely, and I kind of get where I like if someone says they've really made this way too approachable and they've taken out the like hardcore, not even like survival elements, just like a lot of the stuff that made the first one difficult. I get that, but I've come around on that being a completely bad thing. I think they've like hit a really good balance here. That is still full of bullshit, but it doesn't feel unfair and like unnecessary, if that makes sense.
No, that makes complete sense. Yeah, well, let's be honest. The reason the sequel's better is because you can now curve zip lines.
Oh my god, that is like game changer. And also just like the ease of use of making zipline networks, the ease of use of building things. You've also got like different ways to get around that are part of the world. Whereas the first one you only had roads, you've got the monorail, which I love building the monorail. It's pretty fun. And just like riding across the map on the like right at the end, you're at Terminal Fort Knott or Fort Knott Terminal, like right the very last like main terminal that you connect to Australia, and it's like, okay, cool, you got to go back to the plate gate right at the start. So I was like, oh, I remember this. The first game did this, where it was like, pack up your shit and get back to where you started. But in the first game, they fucking annihilated everything you had built at that point, and you had to go back with nothing. This one, I was like, I've built a monorail network basically from start to finish. I'm just going to ride it all the way. And that was like really satisfying to just
to see
like glide across all this land that I've walked across, and like I built this all on the way here. I'm like being rewarded by the fruits of my labor to get back pretty easily to where I started, and that felt pretty great.
No, I think it is just a good sequel in so many ways, other than just optimizing and making good choices and design decisions that hampered the first game. So I'm really really glad you came back to it and you did see it to its end, because it is easy to also be like, I've given this game 20 hours, like I got my fill from it, cool, but this game, like I feel just like the first one, where if you can stick it out to the end, it is just so worth the ride, especially that last 10% of the game. It's just what a ride.
I mean, okay, let's get into some of that stuff, because I think from a narrative standpoint, I think this game is leaps and bounds ahead of the first one, just because I think it's way more focused on characters it should be focused on. It's way more like it has its own nonsense moments, and I like some points I'm like, does that make sense, or what was this actually about? But the first game was so preoccupied with being metatextual and just like in your face about that. Whereas this one is like, no, this is about Sam. Like Sam was an afterthought in the first game. He was more like, I felt, a conduit for the player to just experience those events. Whereas this is a story about him. It's a story about Fragile. It's a story about Lou, his baby. And it's way more personal this time. It's dark as well. It's kind of off-puttingly dark in some areas. And it gets to a conclusion that I'm like, cool, I can see this never getting a sequel. And I'm pretty sure that is kind of the plan, because it ends. It's a really good ending. And it feels like you've gone on a really solid journey from start to finish with all of these characters.
Yeah, but it does still leave room for a something in future.
It does. But like,
whether that happens,
Sam is done.
Yeah, Sam's done. But it's like, I laughed. It's like such an obvious, like, ooh, like what's the next game going to be? Like, well, we know what the next game could be if Kojima decided to do it. Yeah, but I think, I'm there with you. It's just such a memorable, like my whole journey through this game was just this joy. I just loved playing it because there are these, not even just, let's talk about narrative moments. There are moments that happen in the game where it is just like, why is this scene here? Like, if I think of some of the random scenes you had with Sam and Fragile and Rainy and them just on the DHV Magellan just doing random things, like, why is this here? But it just gives you this closer look to this crew and like the behind the scenes moments of them traveling along doing their thing. And man, I just loved it. as much of it's Kojima bullshit, like I was there for it. I mean, don't even get me started on the big Charlie reveal. That is just
let's talk about that, because that 10, is absolute fucking cinema, that entire moment.
100%.
Okay, so this is where spoilers are going to really start. So this is kind of where the end game starts, which is wild, because when I saw the scene, I'm like, cool, I'm like an hour from the end. I was like 5 hours from the end still. So you find out that you've been working for the president the entire time. For anyone who's never going to play this game, you've been working for the new president of
Australia.
Is it APAC?
Yeah, it's APAC, sorry, not Australia.
The government is run by an algorithm called APAS, and the like courier system, that the automated courier system that they use is called APAC. I don't why they're two different acronyms. Anyway, President of the United States is the one that is like, you need to connect Australia because that will spawn a new plate gate, which will help us to connect different continents via the chiral network. Sick. That's how we got from Mexico to Australia. Sounds great. Get to the end there. Turns out, President, not a real dude, has crabs coming out of his mouth. Very strange. Turns out that 11 years before the events of this game, there was a void out in a city. If I'm not mistaken, it's the same one that opens up the first game. Like, you start the game and there's been a void out, and Sam is the only survivor or something like that because he's a repatriate. So there's this void out. It kills like a bunch of people. It also kills a bunch of servers, and those servers and the people get intertwined and stranded on a beach. And then those servers are like, cool, how can we stop humanity from becoming like extinct? This is me trying to paraphrase what I think is happening at this point. And their logical solution is that, well, what if we extend the chiral network globally and have this automated delivery system? There's no need for porters, which means people don't need to leave their shelters, which means they're always in their shelters, which means there can never be another void out with a BT, which means humanity circumvents extinction. And that is the plan. It's a very like anti-Terminator-esque plan. And Sam is like, nah, no, not going to happen. And Mr. President Man is like, it is happening. You've done it for me. Like, this is it. This is what's happening. And then all of a sudden, Charlie, who is just a mannequin most of the game, who happens to have the voice of Die Hard Man, comes out. He's like, no. And turns out he was Die Hard Man the entire time. The whole time. He was in a closet in the ship, who knows where, just chilling, just in a little walkie-talkie, like talking as Charlie. But the way he's introduced
is the best.
Matthew,
absolutely.
How is he introduced?
Cinnamon. It's basically a music video. there's another way to describe it. When that happened, I swear to God, I wish I had a recording because I'm pretty sure I looked at my TV and I was just like, yes. Yes, let's do this.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, it's this hectic like twist moment. You're on a beach with these servers and the president is explaining this. Next thing, there's this mannequin. He's doing ballet. He's singing a very upbeat version of BB's theme. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
100%.
But this is how he introduces himself. Why is he doing this way?
That is one of those moments where I'm pretty sure I was like, Lenska, I have to show you something. It's going to make no sense to you, but you have to watch this. Well, it's also funny. So I had a conversation with Darren, because when you chose, at the beginning of the game, you get to choose the voice of Charlie. Okay, who did you choose at the beginning?
I think I chose Deadman, and they were like, nah, he just died. Maybe not. Turns out he's like so big in the story anyway, but sure.
Yeah. No, so when I chose Die Hardman immediately, so I thought, when I started the game, I was like, I chose him. I was like, wow. If I chose someone else, would they have been Charlie the whole... Like, I didn't realize that they force you down this path.
They force you into selecting him, yeah.
What is hilarious is that they're like, oh, you could use the voice of Die Hardman to represent, but it's like very on the nose, like, actually, it's just him the whole time.
It's
like,
so ridiculous. It's those 10 minutes of him revealing he's still alive and then also revealing that, nah, he hacked the Cupid and actually APAS can go get fucked and all of their plans are like meaningless, which is a very convenient way of just that whole like thing is gone. To him turning to the camera and being like, I bet you figured it out by now, but DHV Magellan is Die Hardman Vessel. I'm just like, oh my fucking God. This game. I love this game. It is so good.
It is because I can't have been the only, because I think we even joked about it, like every time they mention that machine or vehicle, it's like they never say like the Magellan. It's just always the DHV Magellan. Sam, we are all aboard the DHV Magellan. Sam, and it's like, what the hell does DHV stand for? And honest to God, not once did it cross my mind like Die Hardman vehicle, whatever the hell it was.
Vessel.
But when
they also like give it a different name. Like there's a whole flashback with Tarman, and he's like, "Oh, this is the Deep Tar hunting vessel."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Die Hardman's like, yeah, but it has another name.
Yeah. So when they say that, it's just like this. God. We're like, whoa, this whole time.
The fact that he looked at the camera, he's like, I'm sure some of you have figured it out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
See, there's stuff like that where the wrong person will play the game. Not the wrong person, but you'll get a gamer like, Kojima's full of bullshit. Like, this is stupid. And you know what? You're right. But I'm not that person. I look at it, I'm like, yes, Kojima, more of this. Don't stop giving me your bullshit.
I think the place where people get confused when you talk about Kojima stuff and you're like, it's full of bullshit like this, and they go, that sounds silly. That just doesn't sound interesting or fun. I think people misconstrue these moments as the whole game is like this.
Yeah.
And it's not. These are the small moments of like levity peppered into a pretty absurdist story that is very earnest and emotional, but it's there to just vary the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
And just remind you, like, you know, there's a hectic stuff going on, but there are moments to smile about things as well. And like when they're traveling to the beach, for example, they're traveling now to the beach where Higgs is at, and they go through this whole like underwater thing where they all make like a friendship circle holding hands or whatever. And Die Hardman is in the middle there and he's just pretending to hold his breath while looking at the camera. And I cried. It was just,
it's so
what
good.
The fuck is he doing? It's just like all these things, they all look so serene. They're lending their power to Fragile so that she can take them to the beach. And he's sitting there holding his fucking Charlie mannequin with his cheeks puffed up, looking at the camera, smiling.
Yeah,
and I fucking lost it.
It's premium bullshit, but I'm here for it.
It's so funny. But then, like, so you have this moment, okay, that now that has happened when you're traveling. We'll get to like Higgs soon, because I think Higgs is so much better in this game than he is in the first game, like monumentally better. But prior to going to the beach, you're sent back to Mexico to go and fetch something that is like sentimental to you and Fragile and Higgs. Okay, and it's at this point that it's already been revealed to Sam, although you as a player kind of know this most of the game already, that Lou, or Sam's BB from the first game, is dead, like gone. He's been carrying around this BB pod. It's been empty the entire time. The rest of the crew didn't say anything because they needed Sam to like slowly process his trauma from Lou dying, which is like pretty fucked up. Like, it's heavy. I'm
going to interrupt you quickly though. Did you think that Lou was there or not? Because from the beginning, I was like, no, like he's imagining it. Surely.
Yeah, 100%. I knew he was imagining it, and like there are also moments where like someone would say, "Oh, but the pod is," and like Fragile would cut them off. Like, you know, it was very obvious that there was nothing in that pod. Also, there were times when the pod had like little tentacles in it. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Like Kojima.
Definitely. They also hand wave that away in such an odd way. They're like, Darman's like, "I've been powering your Audra deck the entire time." I'm like, how? Please tell me how. Like, okay. Anyway, so there's been this whole thing. You need to now, Higgs is like stolen Tomorrow, who's Elle Fanning, different character, taking her to the beach. You need to get there. And now Sam is still like trying to process that, you know, Lou is gone. Higgs is like still alive after you think you've killed him. You got to go to this beach, this whole thing. While you're traveling across Australia again and then back to Mexico, you're getting, I don't know if you saw this, you're getting messages from Higgs the entire time. He's sending you, it is the most fucked up, disturbing shit I've seen this in this game. He's sending you things like, "Oh, look at Lou taking her first steps," and like, "Remember this moment," like all these like fake memories from a Lou that obviously will never come to pass because he killed him. And he's sending them to like Sam's community. It's so messed up. And then 5 minutes later, you've got Die Hardman pretending to be underwater and holding his breath while you travel to the beach. It's like, that's the sort of like variety you're playing 100%. With. It is so ridiculous, but in that it doesn't take anything away from this moment of like real horror of what Higgs is and what he's doing. And the way that the game is able to do that is like, show me another example of a game managing that. Like, it's impossible. It's crazy. For sure.
And I do think we will talk about Higgs, but I think Troy Baker like ate up this role. I think
100%.
It's
100%.
He obviously did it. I mean, he did a great job in the first game, but in this game, I think it was just like he just dialed it up so much. He just completely made that character his own in such a great way. Yeah, super evil.
He should be
such a dickhead.
Like he did a great job as Indiana Jones. He should be nominated for this over Indiana Jones at the Game Awards.
I also feel.
I don't even.
Yeah, it's because it's just not. I don't mean in a negative, but he was only nominated for Indiana Jones.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
I don't know. It's
He's
a difficult one
so
because
good,
he was so good as Indiana Jones as well. So I don't know how they chose.
But I think also there, like Indiana Jones, he's a good Indiana Jones voice. Here, it's not just the voice.
It's like an original
performance
character.
capture.
Yeah.
Like all of those, like that monologue he has on the beach is phenomenal. Like just so well acted. The camera is like almost just entirely on his face the entire time. It is, for all intents and purposes, he's been filmed, you know, relaying this really long monologue about how he was left on the beach and how because time moves differently on the beach, he's been there for tens of thousands of years and how lonely it was for him. And it almost makes you feel, again, really sad for this character who an hour ago was busy tweeting fucking pictures of your dead child to you. It's insane, and it somehow works. He's phenomenal. Like in this game, I was worried about them bringing Higgs back just because I thought he was kind of like, he wasn't boring in the first one. He was a lot of set dressing and very little like substance. They brought him back and gave him so much more character.
Yeah, it was.
I think he works as like a perfect foil to Sam. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, I think that look in this game he is still just like evil, but in the first game it was like, oh, he's just a bad guy. He's just
I didn't really understand why he was a bad guy in the first one. Yeah, it's just all revenge. Yeah,
like I get why he's so cross. Why he's being such an
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, he again, these moments of darkness, he jumps Sam again. He jumps Sam when you're making a delivery, which is really funny to me because like you have handed in so many deliveries at this point that I'm almost button mashing through the thing of like, let me just skip all the like fucking score things that come up and whatever. Let me turn around and continue. And it has that like momentary hitch of like, oh, did I not press X? And Dollman is like, Guitar Goblin. And I'm just like, what? And I turn around and it's Higgs. And that's when he fucking hits you with the flamethrower on his guitar.
100%. Yeah. It's normal.
Yeah. Dollman, calling him a guitar goblin, you being burned to death by a guitar. It's all good stuff. But he burns Sam alive continuously, knowing that Sam will always revive himself because he's a repatriate. And like him just gleefully going, this is what your life is going to be now. You are going to revive, burn, and die for eternity. And I'm like, wow, it's pretty hectic. That's pretty quite a bit going on there. Yeah. Higgs, maniacal villain, like mustache twirling bad guy, but pretty fucking hectic underneath all of that as well.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a game. Man.
There's so much. I popped when when you first travel to the beach and it does the whole thing of like the camera going inside someone's mouth and then you seeing like the baby and then you kind of being revived, but this time the DHV Magellan pops out of the baby's mouth and flies through this. Ah, my God.
Like, what is going on?
Bless this fucking game. The moment where Dead Man puts his soul into one of the big giant BB things and then they cut off its head and he grabs the DHV Magellan and puts it on top there. And then the whole thing turns into some fucking Megas XLR like thing. And that is all happening while you're running across the beach to go and confront Higgs. It is fucking mental, this game. It is so good. Higgs gets killed by Lou. How? I don't know. Lou gets birthed out of the sky and eats him.
How? We don't know. It doesn't matter. It happens.
Why is tomorrow suddenly not an extinction entity? Who knows? Who the fuck cares as well? No. Like at that point I was like, I don't care. This is cool. Tomorrow is Sam's daughter. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Let's go with it.
Yeah. I'm willing
the final line of the game, I'm your Louise. Fucking cinema. Great. I love this game. It's so good.
Great. Yeah,
it's so good.
It is that, and it is again like it just comes down to, for me, the whole time I played it, and just when I think back on it, it's just like fond memories. That's it.
Yeah,
the whole time.
I straight up. I was telling Shani now just before we started recording because I stayed up till like almost midnight last night finishing this because let's calm down. I started playing again at 8 because I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm at the end of this. And then it just kept going and going and going. And I just couldn't stop. I was like, I cannot pause here. I can't
carry on.
Pause, come back, and it's like half an hour away, you know? And I got to the end of it, and it's been pretty rare lately for a game to kind of... I get to the end, and I'm kind of almost like speechless. There's that like feeling of something's lost now because it's over. It's that like high of it being over, and I just sat there watching the credits, and it's kind of touching at the end. Kojima dedicates the game to the guy behind Low Roar because he died just before the game came out, which is like really cool when you consider how much of that music is still in the game. But it's just, I got to the end, I was like, wow, is this the best thing I've played this year? Is this like my favorite game of the year? How? This game that I dropped like 2 months ago and just decided to come back to on a whim. It's so, it's weird. It's a feeling. I've been thinking about the game all day as well. It's really something else. And there's really nothing else like it. It's definitely going to be up there, if not my favorite thing of the year, which is kind of nuts because a month ago, if you had asked me, it would be like I might not finish this game, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it's also it's one of those things where Louis touched on it earlier. I'm very excited for the movie. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think the movie will like come close to just playing through the whole game. It'll never compare in that same way. It's just there's something different about it when you, like you said, when you got to the final chapter of the game and you had to take the monorail back to the beginning, it's like you were there the whole journey. Like you can't put that on screen. It'll just never translate. This game works this story works best as a game. And it's phenomenal.
And I'm very glad they did that thing again of you are retracing your steps through it, because it is kind of remarkable to be like, I've spent 50 hours getting to this point. I need to go back, and it's just like that. Oh wow, I did a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a looking back on your life thing and being like, look at what I achieved. Look at what I did. Look at all the challenges that were ahead of me, and look how. Just look at the journey that we took to get here. And I think you're right. Like, I don't know how a movie captures that feeling, because that only comes through having struggled through getting to each of those points and getting past certain challenges and taking the time to make that journey.
What do you mean? The best part of the movie is going to be the 2 hours that Sam spends picking up enough resources to finish the road.
God damn it.
What are you talking
Repairing a mine and monorailing it all the way to another point. It's
like 3 hours of that in 1 hour of story. No, I'm glad you finished it. And
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, no, sorry. I heard something outside. I got through most of the game never killing someone until probably the last hour. I did not know that Higgs's guitar kills people. I rolled into a fucking camp with that thing, and I was like, people are gonna see me now. I took out one guy, and Dolman's like, Sam, you just killed that guy. We need to take his body away from here before it becomes a void out. I was like, oh fuck. Loaded that thing into a car, drove it all the way to a station to dispose of the body.
That's great.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean,
last thing. Please tell me you saw the cutscene with the pizza chef.
Which one?
Where you actually enter his shelter, and it's like a fucking Matrix scene, and he's like fighting you while making a pizza at the same time.
Oh, so I never played it, but I'm sure I saw it as a clip somewhere.
It's so good.
What did I? Because I did a couple of his quests. I don't know the whole thing.
You get the rubber pizza as a reward for that, and you can use that as a stealth item. So you can throw this rubber pizza at people's heads, and it knocks them out.
Game of the year, right there. I mean, the level of bullshit. So, last thing I'll say about this game, for those of you who loved Metal Gear Solid 5, for the sheer diversity and ability to like bullshit through that playground, you could do so much in that game that was just absurd, because they gave you so many tools to play. I mean, there are clips of Metal Gear Solid 5 with the like inflatable snake just causing so much havoc, and the level of things you can do with just that item. Death Stranding 2 is just that on steroids. There are so many
100%.
things you can unlock, and so you get access to a lot of tools just through playing the game, but a lot of a rubber pizza is like a side content thing. You might never see it, but there are some things I got as I was like, why is this in the game? Who looked at this thought like, yes, put this in here? Kojima's like, yes.
I love it.
No, I'm there.
There's so many things in there where I got it, and I was like, I need to use this right now. Like a dog mine. I'm like, I need to see how this works right now. A flying
coffin, a guitar that shoots.
Yes, like, I can surf across the sand in a coffin.
Why? That doesn't matter.
Why
you
not?
Just can.
I can also use a grenade to capture a giant BT like a fucking Pokemon.
Yes.
And then deploy him in the
battlefield.
battlefield.
In the game.
It's so good.
It's just there.
This game really is the Metal Gear Solid 5 version of the first game. Like, if you were off-put by that first game because you didn't think it was
you're not enough tools.
Kojima or Metal Gear Solid enough, play this game, because if you enjoyed MGS5, you will absolutely love this game. Like, I can guarantee you. Yeah. It's so good. Yeah.
Great game. Please play it.
Death Stranding 2, one of the games of the year by far. Just top tier, exceptional bullshit that is just also really, that story was good. That story is fucking great. And if we never get a Death Stranding from Kojima ever again, he went out on a high on that one. Like, top tier. Yeah.
So good.
Fucking so good.
What will his next game be like? I don't know. Will it be better than Death Stranding? Don't know. Well,
I'm actually curious, because like, how much bullshit can you put into a game like OD, which seems to be like a very hardcore horror game?
Yeah.
Like, very curious to see how that goes.
It is,
but
yeah.
I'm here for it.
What is, yeah. It is, when you've explained Death Stranding to like these very hardcore emotional moments, like with, the super light-hearted stuff. Will he do that? Will there be Kojima bullshit in this horror game? Like, I don't know.
It would feel so weird without it, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I don't know how he fits that into that sort of... Then again, like, if you go look at the very first trailer for Death Stranding, like, it plays very straight-faced and very, like, somber and sad and whatever. Like, you would never believe it was like this based on that trailer. So maybe we shouldn't take the first trailer for a game at face value.
No, for sure.
Way. Yeah.
But remember, we're going to move off Death Stranding, but remember that first trailer for Death Stranding? We were at E3.
We were there. Yeah, we were there.
We were like, what is this game?
It was fucking weird, man. You saw Norman Reedus with like C-section cuts on his stomach.
Yeah, like,
and then cradling like a BT baby.
Like, what is this baby?
And then whales on a beach.
Yeah.
And then Kojima came out on stage and was like, I haven't even started a studio yet. This will take some time. But that first trailer, that's literally what we got. Like, he didn't stray far from that. So, yeah.
Man had a vision and he nailed it.
Oh, man. Oh, okay, this is really the last thing. But when you get near the end and they put you back on the same mountain that you started the game on, and it's just snowing and you're doing the exact same thing as the beginning, and the music... Oh,
it's really good. Music
is so good. It's so good. God damn. Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yes,
do you think Kojima loves smoking? He makes everyone smoke in that game. It's crazy.
Yeah. He also finds a million ways to make people smoke.
Like,
let's, instead of just having Fragile, let's give her 2 extra hands so she could do something cool, like smoke. Kojima says
whose hands are those? Whose hands are those?
I can't.
Because there's a moment where the baby is around her neck and it looks like the hands. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
No idea whose hands they are.
Because then Tomorrow has them at the end as well.
Yeah. It's like, maybe they belong to Dead Man. Don't know. We'll never know.
Oh, fuck. I mean, he was pretty much like in everyone else's subconscious the entire game, so...
I do love Dead Man's goodbyes. Like, by the way, Sam, I'm dead. Goodbye. Like, walks off. What? So good.
Oh, good times.